sheer depth of this tragedy.
You know, the super sad thing to me is that if Anakin had straight up walked up to Obi and told him everything about Padme, everything, I still kind of have faith that things would have turned out right, because I think Obi-Wan would have decided, no, I am not abandoning my friend regardless of what he chooses. It's like either he does the Jedi thing, divorces her and becomes a knight, or he follows his heart, leaves the order to be with her, or maybe he pushes some reform and we start allowing marriage again.
I would think the latter for sure. Yeah, which is even kind of suggested with the whole, I've always, we pretend I don't know thing.
Yeah,
so
I've always found this to be like the irony of the Jedi, like how they dealt with Anakin was like if he'd felt like he could be more open about, they sort of doomed themselves very inadvertently by treating this issue this way.
Which just goes to show that Kenobi and Siri were right.
Yeah, precisely. I was about to say I completely buy the idea that Obi-Wan would be before the reform, because he and Siri made the point to each other that we'll wait till we become masters and then we'll push for it ourselves. They made that conscious choice. Maybe one day when we're the masters of the council. So it would be perfect for Anakin. He would have that person, that support and that assistance, especially considering Obi-Wan is his voice on the council, his voice in the order. If he started pushing for that kind of reform, people would listen. I'm not sure whether or not it would actually make a difference, but there would be some movement.
Well, it may have, and we can get to that later though, because like there is irony charging this moment, or that moment when May specifically chooses not to take Anakin, and his reasons for not doing so are not very Mace-like, but they are very human, ironically. But anyway, we'll get to that point when we get to it.
Anywho, they enter the general's quarters and find a dark figure sitting in a chair that is Chancellor Palpatine, ostensibly chained to his seat, but really he's directing the action.
Yeah,
putting on his weak, feeble old man act.
I'm too weak.
Not quite that far, but close to it.
But he looks frightened, which Anakin notes. And I like the response that invokes in Anakin, how that angers and shakes him, because this is an unshakable figure he's looking at right now. This is the one person who, it's the reason the Republic supposedly loves him. He is unshakable, he's undefeatable, he is the solid backbone of the Republic. And for Anakin, who's also a father figure for. To see that, you cannot understand why he's registering such an emotional response here. Even if he wasn't Anakin, even if he was just a normal person who wasn't driven by his passions and drive, this breeds as believable for me. Of course, contrasted with Obi-Wan's own quintessential Jedi, who's right next to him, completely fine. I love this entire sequence for that, actually, how unshakable Obi-Wan is, and completely a true Jedi, and how Duke could recognise that. It would be an insult to call Skywalker a Jedi in this moment, as far as he's concerned. And to an extent, he's kind of right. From what the notes he's paying attention to.
From his standard.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Right.
I
love Dooku's line of General Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, gentlemen, paramount using its the loosest possible sense.
Yes, right. I love that. Yeah, I love
Such
that
a
little
good line.
footnote. It's perfect.
I like his entrance in here overall better than in the movie, of course. But I think it's a little long-winded for a film. Like you couldn't translate this exactly. Like you would have to pare some of this down. But overall, like the tone of this, I think is a better introduction. Like Dooku basically doesn't have an introduction in that movie. He just walks in and starts fighting, pretty much. Like there's no verbal sparring. It's like, who is this guy again? And why do
he
I
also
care?
doesn't jump off the